And that was Caminos Cruzados by the great Brazilian artist Yao Gilberto from the 1976 album Amoroso, released on Warner Brothers Records. I cannot explain on how much I love that album. I really can't. Good morning, listeners of Coffee Noise. I'm your host, DJ Marlin, and if you can't believe it, it's Tuesday once again. Good morning, y'all. Today is April 11th, 2023. Let's just remind you, next week is tax day. So you haven't done your taxes for last year, big on the roll, which I have to do mine. Probably do mine on the weekend. Anyways, let's not talk about financial stuff because I want to talk about that early in the morning. Let's look over at the weather right now. Right now in the city of Edinburgh, we're looking at a 67 degrees right now with a high of 80 and a low of 62. I'd say it's a good day to wear a nice comfortable sweater or just go in a t-shirt. Very comfortable day. Let's see, here we got rest of the week. We're looking pretty good. We do have a chance of rain near the weekend, but for the most part, we're looking at pretty good clear skies for today. Alright, what I'm drinking for today, of course, the morning beat me today. I was actually not able to make my coffee, so I got me a bubbly, the blackberry. I like all of them. They used to sell the caffeine ones here. Those are probably my favorite ones. You know, a little caffeine kicks, like 40 milligrams. Around the same, like actually, I don't know if it's around the same as a Diet Coke, which I love. You know, I know it's not healthy for you, but I'm a sucker for a Diet Coke. Anything diet, really. Trying to get my weight loss, I guess. Uh, but yeah, I like this. Let's talk about the other artists we have for today. Like I said, you just heard Yao Gilberto. Other artists we have for today, we're going to be playing you for today Caroline, A Little Ugly Man, Astro Bright, Squid, and we're going to finish it off today with Black Country New Road. Let's see what we have. Right now it's 9:30 in the morning. Let's talk about some things on top of my mind. Besides taxes. Let's talk about that album, Amoroso. I was actually listening to it right now on the bus, since I take the bus from Harlingen to Edinburgh, the 8 o'clock bus, so whoever takes that bus, hey, how you doing? I just put this on, put some headphones, and you will just... It is a really sweet sleep you'll get. Really is. And, yeah, just... His voice is so beautiful. I mean, Yao Gilberto is obviously regarded as the father of bossa nova jazz, and I mean, such a soothing voice. The instrumentation brought into that album, oh, it is so beautiful. I still need to pick up this album somewhat. I don't care about to get it on CD or vinyl. I still need to get this album into my collection because this is a classic 5 out of 5 for me album. It's just so rich. The production is just really good, and yeah, I really just can't say much about it. Anything else about it? It's just amazing. All right, let's get this show on the road for today. So, what should we start off with today? All right, let's get into it. Let's hear with some experimental folk post-rock music for y'all. Look, I'm all for personal freedom. You know, you can do whatever you want, but I would not recommend skydiving onto the library roof. You know, you might get injured. You know, I'm just gonna put it out there. You might get injured, but the band Caroline might. Here's the track "Skydiving Onto the Library Roof" by Caroline from their 2022 self-titled album on Rough Trade Records. I've been really liking this track, and I've been playing it often recently. So, yeah, let's just start playing it for y'all. All right, remember, you're tuned into Vaquero Radio, so let's get into the tracks. All right. And that was Caroline. Very interesting track, to say the least. It's a mixture of folk rock along with a post-rock sound. I remember hearing this album for the first time. It never really clicked with me. And then it just, like that, it just fully clicked with me. This was a very second close contender. The more I listen to it, it is flirting closer and closer to being a 5 out of 5 for me. If it becomes a 5 out of 5 for me, that will be my 30th release that makes a 5 out of 5 for me, and I already rate like what, a little over 1,850 releases in like 3-ish years. I've been using radio music for like 3 years or something like that. Alright, so let's talk about some music that came out last week. Let's see what we have right here. We had the new album from Music. We had the album 1977. Let's see, Yaiji with the electronic album With a Hammer. We have the new Daniel Caesar album, Never Enough. I listened to it once. I thought it was pretty good. Definitely gonna have to give it like another listen to, get my final opinions on. Ooh, forgot. We also had the new Tim Hecker album, No High. I listened to it. Wow, it's probably gonna be Hecker's best work since his 2013 album Versions, and it's beautiful. It's beautifully made. Wow, I really can't say enough. I'm gonna definitely have to check that album more and more. We also have the re-release by Tyler the Creator Wolf for its 10-year anniversary, basically the full album, along with the instrumentals. I remember hearing that album. I was probably like maybe the first time I heard that album is when I first got inside the Creator. I think that was like before he dropped, what was it called, Flower Boy. So I think it was like 2016. I remember Cherry Bomb was like a year out, and that was like the first time I got into his music. And then when I heard Wolf, it was like my favorite rap album for a while. I mean, it's still up there. Pretty sure my favorite album in Tyler's discography would have to be, I would still say Flower Boy. I know a lot of people like Igor, which I have on CD. But I'm going to give it to Flower Boy. I think I just love the production on that album. I really like that almost soul, funk-inspired kind of stuff. I don't know. I really have a soft spot for that kind of music. And, yeah, that's about it. Let's looky here. Alright, let's talk about some recent ratings I given on music, according to Rate Your Music. Let's see. So I decided to check out the Melanie Martinez album, Portals. I just can't get into it. I really can't. I don't know. It's really not for me, and that's why not. The record by Boy Genius gets a 4 out of 5 for me. And the last record we're going to look into, let's see. In a Poem Unlimited 2018 by US Girls got another 4 out of 5 for me. Remember, you can check me out on Rate Your Music. You can follow me on Instagram at Rego Hates Reviews, and there will be a link for my Rate Your Music account. You can see all the music that I've rated, and I've been doing it for about under 3 years, and I am a proud supporter of Rate Your Music. Do pay my monthly subscription. You don't have to if you want to use the site, but me using it for so long, it just feels right to support the website, and yeah, it gives you some perks on that, whatnot. Yeah, when you become like a borderline music reviewer, when people ask you, hey, what kind of music can you look for me? It's almost like it's gonna sound like I'm blowing smoke. A blessing. All right, let's not go into my ego ideas. Let's look into the next 2 tracks we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing you Benadryl Submarine by Lil Ugly Man by the 2021 album Volcanic Bird Enemy and The Voice Concern. We're also gonna be playing Bottle Rocket by Crush from their self-titled album from 2001. All right, let's get into those music right now. Alright, if you're now just barely tuning in right now, it is 10:01 in the morning. Good morning. So, like I just said, we just heard Lil Ugly Man and Crush from 2021 and 2001. I've been really liking those songs, Because I do that. Alright, let's talk about anything that's happened in my life recently. So, right now, my sociology class, I am writing a very long paper. I think it's around 7 or 8 pages, I think, already. Almost done with it, so it should be able to turn in. Either by the end of this week or by next week, hopefully, just get over with it. Let's see right here. What I haven't been watching, which I still need to be watching, because a lot of my friends say, hey, you should probably watch it, is the new show on Netflix, Beef, produced by A24. Say what you want, people who like A24 films. I do like them, If you want to call me a pretentious hipster, yeah, go for it. I don't care. I'm post-hipster anyways. But, yeah, I've been definitely checking it out. And let's see. Yesterday at school, I was finishing up my paper and I decided, I'm going to be spinning Soundtracks for the Blind by Swans. It's 2.5 hours. Wow, that was a very intense, it was almost like a trip, basically. Like a really, I wouldn't say like a bad trip, but you're locked in a room. It's 2.5 hours, but it doesn't feel so long. You're so immersed in it. You forget time is still passing. If that makes sense, I don't know if it makes sense. It does for me, at least. But then again, a lot of things make sense to me. My little brain is... my little brain likes to think of other things. Alright, let's talk about the next track we're playing up for y'all for today. We're going to be throwing it back again to 2021 from the record label Rough Trade. From their album Bright Green Field, that's right, we got Squid with their track Narrator featuring Martha Skye Murphy. It is a pretty intense track, coming out at 8.5 minutes, so not the longest track I've heard, not the longest track I played for y'all, but it is a very, I really can't describe it that much. It's just weird. Not weird, but it is very, fast-paced, you know what I'm saying? And remember, y'all, Squid's coming out with their new album this year in June 9th. Oh Monolith, I'm definitely pre-ordering the digital copy just for the collection, just so y'all can listen to it. The single for it, I think it was called, what was the single? Swing in a Dream. Wow, and the music video, okay, yeah, Bright Green Field was an amazing album. These guys, they really went forth on this album, and I am definitely full for it. The track listing is going to be Swing in a Dream, as I just said, Devil's Den, Siphon Song, Underground, The Blades, After the Flash, Green Light. If you had seen the bull swimming attempts, you would have stayed away. Very interesting. It reminds me like a emo math rockish kind of name, like Don Caballero. I don't know if y'all know that. No, probably not. God, that made me sound very pretentious. I'm a very pretentious music nerd. I rate music, I collect music. I have 400 different albums in my house, either on CD or records. Call me pretentious all you want. I will gladly take it, because I am. Alright, let's kick it off with Squid right now. Here's going to be Narrator. Like I said, it's going to be featuring Martha Skye Murphy. It's nearly the end of her track. Her vocals really come out. And yeah, this is a really good track. Remember, you're tuning into Coffee Noise with your host, DJ Marlin. Alright, let's get into it. Talk about chaotic track. Alright, that's Squid as general, and that's why I love them. It's an amazing band. Alright, y'all, like I said, last week was Bandcamp Friday. Hope y'all were able to pick up some things. Also, were some things I was able to pick up. Let's see what we have right here. Here we go. We have the album Out of the Hospital and Into the Morgue by Mausatui, I believe it is. Interesting. I think they're like not French, but they're like a weird experimental rock band. Their album was released in 2019, and it is a very long list of contributors on the album, whether playing instruments or vocals. I've been definitely listening to it a lot recently, and I've been loving every single second of it. Let's see what we have here. Alright, we have the 2005 album, The Hiram Clark Hustler by Viper. Arguably one of the worst rappers ever to exist. The man released 300-something albums in 1 year. But I just got the album just for the track, Hey, Maybe One Day You'll See Me Again. It was one of the earliest versions of cloud rap. I'll go as far and say that it preceded Lil B and the whole Drain Gang thing of cloud rap song, and that's what I picked up. Let's say we have the James Morton and the guest EP Good Dog versus Bad Dog. If you're into that weird electronic, more spoken word poetry, definitely give that EP a listen. It's a very short EP. I think it's under 20, actually under 14 minutes, so you can easily listen to it. And yeah, anyways, of the reissued from, I think it was the late 90s, 1997, Somewhere Bilingual by Evan Parker, Noel Atoche, Paul Rogers, and Mark Sanders. Avant-garde, experimental free jazz. I'm a big fan of jazz in general, and I just had to pick that up. What was the last thing? We have Summer Death by Moretta. I just love the emo rock. It was my thing in middle school, so I just listened to it. And then, let's see, and I should be getting my DJ Spring and Teenage DJ booklet of Charmed probably by this week. I'll have to swing by the mail. I probably want to get home today. I'll probably do that, actually. And last week what came in the mail was my late birthday gift, but whatever. We had selected Ambient Works Volume 2 on CD, released in the 90s. Retro DJ, I'm a big fan of Aphex Twin. Pretty sure y'all can tell. But hey, that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't understand why I like weird noise. It's not really weird. I think I just like it's unique. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna sound pretentious. Anyways, you're tuned into the show. You're expecting to be a little pretentious, ain't you? Hopefully. Don't know. Yeah, let's go back to my rate your music rant. Sometimes when you've been doing it for so long, you kind of like have this automatic perception. It's like, oh, I have to review this. I was like, no, you just like take it back and just listen to it. You don't have to give it a review or rating. Just sit back, put on headphones, close your eyes, just listen to it fully. No rating, just don't think about it. And sometimes it is a little difficult for me. I've been doing it for so long. I'm just kind of like trained just to listen and to review. Not the best thing, but you know what? It's not the worst. I guess there could be there could be worse things, but yeah. But obviously, the regular music memes, they're pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Just making fun of reviewers here, like, we're up there as we're up there in the hierarchy of pretentiousness reviewing music, and I'm not getting paid for it. I have like 1,800 ratings. I did a little bit of freelance writing, but I was getting maybe like 20 cents a paragraph at max. I was getting like a penny or a nickel a word, so it wasn't real money. I was making some decent blog posts, but I left that since, oh man, nothing about the memes. It's like, oh, that's a good album, but I can't stand the mixing. Ooh, I can't stand the mixing. Whatever, nerd, listen to the album. Alright, let's get off with the last track for today. We have Opus by Black Country New Road, by their 2021 album, released on Ninja Trade Records. Not Ninja Trade, Rough Trade Records. Wait, is it Ninja Trade? I think it is Ninja Records. I think it is Rough Trade Records. Anyways, you know what? Let's not get into that business. Here's my album for the first time, 2021. This is my favorite album of that year. So, let's end it off with a good note. It's going to sound like that Clemser jazz. If you don't know what it is, you'll know what it is when you hear it. Alright, let's kick it off. It's about to be 10:29 in the morning, so we're about to wrap it up for today. Hope y'all had a great show for today. Like I said, what we played today was Yao Gilberto. We had Little Ugly Mane, Astrobite, Squid, Caroline, and Black Country New Road. You can follow me on Instagram, like I said, at Rigo Hayes Reviews. I already posted this week's playlist. You can remember we have playlists for both Apple Music and Spotify to get, the most out of listeners, and also because I use both services. Apple Music has a lossless audio. I still prefer the lossless audio from Qobuz or Tidal, but still, it's pretty cool. Also, like their user interface. Spotify, it's good, but Apple Music, it's a bit cleaner. Although I wish they did Apple Music tied in with your last FM, because that would make it easier to track all my scrabbles. So that's about it for today. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Remember, next week is tax day, so do your taxes by next week. So stay cool. We'll do like a special joke show for tax day. So stay cool, y'all. And remember, you catch me next week. And, keep tuned to Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. All right, catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.